Hey, you know football's really back when you do multiple lives in one day. Let's get it, y'all. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building. Y'all know what time it is, man. Welcome to the latest installment of the Graphic and Wasted Show.
Or the Wasted and Graphic Show, whichever way you like to slice it. What is the deal, brother?
Ah, man, you know, it feels like we just got done doing this, but we're back, man. You already know.
Damn, it's been a month of Sundays, bro. We ain't been on in a while.
Yeah, I know, right? It's been a minute. Yeah, many moons. Crazy. Salute to everybody here in the building. Welcome to the greatest chat in YouTube history. For those who I see some new names already, man. I think that it's that time right now, Wasted.
Yes, sir.
Come back around. We're seeing everybody coming out full-fledged. You love to see it. Make sure you guys do me a favor real quick. Wipe them feet. Pay your bar tabs. That means get them likes up. And also, man, hit that subscribe button on both channels, man. We're trying to get Wasted to 15K. Trying to get me to 30, man. Can't do it without you guys. You guys seen it, man. Breaking news, y'all. Michael Gallup, 28-year-old veteran wide receiver that came over in free agency and signed with our Las Vegas Raiders, has officially retired. First day of training camp out there in Costa Mesa. I'm not going to, all I'm going to say is I feel like he went out there, realized those injuries piled up. You know what I mean? It didn't feel right, Wasted. You know how this goes, right? You try to get out there, try to continue your career, try to play the game that you love, that you played your entire life. And I think you realize, you know what, man, it's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? And I'm happy that he did this early. You know what I mean? So we can figure this out. But the thing that's scary is, man, Guyton has officially been put on the PUP list as well. This came from the Raiders themselves, you guys. We are placed. We talked about Darian Butler. He's on the PUP list with that injury from last year in the preseason. Jake Johanning, guard, is also on the PUP list with a lower leg injury. Jackson Powers-Johnson, we talked about that. Colton Miller has also been put on the PUP list, physically unable to perform list. And Jalen Guyton. So 2 receivers, man. And mind you, this isn't anything serious right now. These guys can be activated at any time. So it's no rush. I think they're just trying to make sure these guys are ready to go. But it's kind of scary, man, because at this point, we're looking at this depth chart, Wasted, right?
Yeah.
You know, Jacoby, clear 2. Tay, number 1. Trey Tucker. And then you go down the list of names that we have left on this roster, man. The Christian Wilkersons of the world, the Alex Bachman, Jeff Foreman, Ramel Guyton, DJ Turner. And then you got Tulu Griffin. How are we feeling right now about this room with Guyton entering the PUP and, Michael Gallup retiring?
Well, I mean, bro, look, to be honest with you, have no fear, man. Have no fear. Christian Wilkins is here. Christian Wilkins. It's like, no, in all seriousness, man, we live in a world where Keelan Doss is a free agent.
Yeah.
We have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, man, the UC Davis God.
Yes.
The Alameda County God.
Yo, I've heard rumors that he was the Alameda County Jerry Rice. So we have nothing to worry about. But in all seriousness, guys, this is very troublesome because there's not a lot of healthy options that are proven options on the waiver wire for wide receiver. Now, there have been years where you've had guys like Odell Beckham Jr. and stuff waiting. But there are only 3 viable names on a whole free agent list as far as I'm concerned. So this is very, very troublesome because a lot of the guys were depth guys. Now, DJ Turner is a guy that now has a golden opportunity to carve himself a role on the offensive end of things.
Yeah.
With this move.
Yeah, facts, man. Salute to Vegas Raiders. I was first with retired a Raider joke on X. Salute to Vegas Raiders on the $2 donation. Salute to Raider Nation, man. With Bowers playing that utility / H-back role, do we just carry one fewer wide receiver and an extra tight end instead? Interesting. I'm gonna hand that to my brother Wasted, man.
I don't think that's feasible because Brock Bowers is super, super talented, right? And he can run every route on the route tree. But there's a role for a guy that can take the top off of this defense besides Trey Tucker. You need another wide receiver, man. You just do, man. There's a speed element to football. There's so many explosive offenses in the National Football League. I think that you could operate under that construct previously, but teams score fast. They score so fast, man. You have to have that speed element somewhere in this roster that just doesn't live with one player.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, with Guyton on the PUP, I think he could still. I think he'll be available week 1. I think we'll be okay. But you do need to add some speed. And the thing that's scary right now is you look at this list of free agents right now, Wasted, and nothing fits the billing of what we need. The best thing available, is Hunter Renfrow. You don't want to bring Hunter back. We already know. Much respect to Hunter. Once a Raider, always a Raider. I think we kind of know where he is in terms of his career at this point. He'll be 29, and the injuries have piled up as well. The hits to the head, it's kind of scary, man, to think about, Hunter. And I don't think we really need a slot at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll have Brock Bowers out there. We could put Trey and line him up in the slot. Devontae can move around in the slot. Jacoby can move around in the slot. But I'm looking at some of these names, man. The Russell Gages of the world, I'm cool. Michael Thomas, he's a veteran. I know he's dealt with some injuries as well, but the slant guy is available. And he'll probably be cheap at this point, right? I know he doesn't add that speed factor. And I know a lot of people think he's a locker room cancer because of, hitting social media, speaking his mind about certain things. You know what I mean? But that would be an interesting name. I'm looking at Jamal Agnew, Jakeem Grant. Randall Cobb, he's not officially retired yet. I know he's been kind of flirting with the idea of doing so.
I don't know. Randall Cobb is a guy who, if he was going to play, probably for the Jets, right? Yeah. And he had a catastrophic fire at his house.
Did he? Was that what happened?
I think he had a catastrophic. Was it Randall Cobb? A former Packer. Randall Cobb. I think his Tesla burned the house down or something like that. So maybe he'll still be wanting to play, man.
I know he was talking about potentially becoming a commentator, with retirement, but he didn't rule out returning to football just yet. But you're right. I think if he wanted to return, he pretty much played his whole career with Aaron Rodgers. I don't know why he would want to leave, from that situation, even though the Jets wide receiver room looks pretty nice up to this point. I don't know how much Randall would even get any burn, but where would he fit in this roster?
He wouldn't. And if you look at it, the White Tiger is available. The great,
Mr.
Martavius Bryant, baby. but in all seriousness, the one guy that I would, he doesn't add the speed element. It's a big body receiver, Laquan Treadwell. He's a guy that I was high on. Coming out of college, he didn't quite live up to the dream. He didn't live up to the billing. Laquan Treadwell might be a guy that you might take a look at. Having Aiden O'Connell being your quarterback, you want guys that are going to catch that football and not necessarily always take the top off the defense. You want guys that are going to be able to go over the middle and kind of make up mistakes. Guys that if you throw them the football, they can go up and get it in space, because we don't really know how accurate Aiden is over an entire season. We don't know how sharp he is, right?
Yeah.
So when you have big body guys, they kind of make up for mistakes. So Laquan Treadwell might not be the worst thing in the world. And also the Hunter Renfrow thing. I'm not really willing to just put a pin in Hunter Renfrow. Now, I was one of the guys who was screaming from the mountaintop that it was time to jettison Hunter Renfrow, right? But I got to be honest. I think Hunter Renfrow and Josh McDaniels' offense just did not work. I think he had a very, very complicated offense. I don't think Josh McDaniels really believed in him much. And I think Hunter Renfrow being in this locker room, playing for this coach in this offense, may be a guy that can go back to form. It would be poetic justice for Hunter Renfrow to get back to a place where he can, be as productive as he used to be with this locker room.
Hey, his best friend Christian Wilkins is in the building, came over in free agency, former Clemson Tiger guys, very close. I can see, I wouldn't be against bringing back Renfrow, don't mind you. And we don't have to worry about that crazy contract that he once had anymore. He's a free agent. You know what I mean? I still believe that New Orleans at some point may be in the running to bring him in. You know, most of his success was with DC. I don't know if he's willing to go out there and bet on DC again. I don't know. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's interesting. But I'm going to be real with you guys. I think it's time to look at Tulu Griffin. I know he's a UDFA. And I know that we look at him as potentially a special teams type of guy that can return kicks for us, but we may have to look at a few of these guys that came in as UDFAs and look at them. But Brock Bowers is essentially going to be our other option at the receiver position. That's why I'm not too much worried about this. Mayer can be that tight end guy, and we know that, you know, you can move Brock Bowers around. He can play in the slot predominantly. You can kick him outside. So I don't think that this is anything to be very, very afraid of. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, like we lost Michael Gallup. Like, I mean, we've been talking about him potentially not even making a roster anyway. But with Guyton on the PUP wasted, it kind of messes with your nerves a little bit, right? It's like, damn, man, we may have lost two guys in one day, and we don't know the extreme of Guyton's injury. We don't know what it is right now. I have not heard any update on what's going on with him. Hey, Gert, is Zay out there available? Is he still available?
Big Play Zay is not available.
No, let me see. I want to see because I know
Big Play Zay is still in. He's still with the Jacksonville.
No, Jacksonville moved on from him. He's with the Cardinals. He signed with the Cardinals.
Yeah, Big Play Zay is not available. Yeah. Now, look, this is the thing, and this is how I would approach it. Not that anyone asked me, but everybody gather around. Gather around. Wasted is going to get on his soapbox.
Let's get it.
Now, if I were the Raiders, what I would do is I would run with the dogs you got in the building, see if you get a guy like you know, a young guy, a young UDFA, see if he steps up, see if DJ Turner steps up.
Yeah.
And you know by the end of the day or the end of
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Or the end of training camp, there's going to be a wide receiver in the National Football League who has been productive, who will probably be cut or will probably have a contract issue. And then you could go and scour the waiver wire deeper into the offseason. I think this is a thing that you put a pin into the end of the offseason, because every year there's always a guy where we're sitting there looking like, damn, how did he get cut?
Yeah.
How is he available? And we have the cap space and we have the roster space to bring a guy like that in. And that's the way I would probably handle this.
And you guys can also remember that we're going to be running a lot of 12 personnel. So you could have Harrison Bryant as one of those tight ends, have Michael Mayer as the other tight end. You can have Brock in the slot with Devontae and Jacoby on the outside. And then Trey Tucker, you move him and shake him wherever, however need be, right? So I'm not too much worried about it. I think we still have great players on the offensive side of the ball that can help us here, but we need some depth now. We potentially may have lost two guys today. And like I said, I don't know the extent of Guyton, so I don't want to jump the gun. But that was another guy that we also said we don't even know if he's going to make this roster. Yeah. And if he I mean, now shit, I mean, he's probably going to have to make the roster if he's healthy and available. You know what I mean? But it's kind of spooky here, man. Let's get some comments in. Salute to Guyton was lighting up Kool-Aid and tearing ass when they played them. Pause. That's another guy, man. Another UDFA that we brought in that we could potentially bring in.
Whoa. Classic Man Q.
Hey, yo.
Why would you come into our chat with that filthy comment? That F out of here, Classic Man Q.
Yo, Jamal Agnew, like your life depended on it. And he's going to thrive with the new kickoff rules. Another guy that, you know, really hasn't lived up. You know, I liked him in college as well. That really hasn't lived up to the hype coming into the NFL. But I wouldn't be against, you know, bringing in a Jamal Agnew. You know what I mean? But I think that they trust what we got going on right now. I think they're going to look at some of these young guys. I think they're going to look at DJ. They may look at Turner and say, hey, man, you know, it's your time. You know what I mean? You're not only going to be a special teams ace. You're going to be a guy that we can rotate in and out at the wide receiver position, because essentially we just lost our wide receiver 4 with Gallup retiring. So, but I'm not against looking at Jamal Agnew. I'm not. You know
I'm not either, man. But, you know, listen, man, they're going to bring one of these special team aces and try to make them a Las Vegas ace. Get it? They're going to try to make him an ace. They're going to make him go full Kelsey Plum. They might bring one of these guys, man, and get them a contract, because some of these young guys, there's only so many footballs to go around. I think this is a grave opportunity for the Raiders to kind of mine some young talent in that position. Because that, you know, it was funny. We just did a show with Sanjit T, 12 Personnel Podcast, and we went over positional groupings. And Graf just, you know, broad brushed it. We're like, the wide receiver position, that's sewn up. We ain't even got to talk about it.
An hour later.
And just how fast this thing progressed, right? So now there's a spot now. Maybe one of these young guys can really make some strides here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And hey, Marco, I never thought that DJ was not going to make this roster. Like I think people fail to realize how good of a special teams guy that DJ Turner is. I know he's a UDFA. If you watched him at Pittsburgh, dude was a baller, man. You know what I mean? So I don't think that any of us really ever thought that he was not going to make this. We know special teams is a major, major part of the game. And Turner has embraced that role. And he's done really, really good in it. So, but maybe we start seeing him get more reps on the offensive side of the ball. You know, maybe we've seen him a few times, a few little end arounds, got creative with him and try to get him involved in the O. You know what I mean? So I can see that. I can definitely see that. You guys get your comments in, man. This is y'all show. We're just talking about what's going on right now. Breaking news for those who did not see it. Michael Gallup, 28-year-old veteran wide receiver, has officially retired, man. The injuries kind of they derailed his career. You know what I mean? He hasn't been the same since 2019. I remember they were saying in Dallas, there was a few people saying essentially he was playing on one leg. You know what I mean? And it's sad because I just did the interview with Trey and he was saying how good Michael Gallup looked out there thus far. At OTAs, he looked like he was in shape and he was ready to go. And man, just like that, in the blink of an eye, you know, he retires, man. And 28 years old, man. I don't think he would have forfeited that kind of money or moved on from this if it wasn't serious. You know what I'm saying? Because Gallup,
he might need a year off. He might need a year off, right?
Yeah,
he might, man. I don't mean to interrupt you, but
no, do you think? I always interrupt you. Go ahead.
This is the thing, man. With a guy like Michael Gallup, he knows his body.
Yeah.
Now he might have looked good to others, right? But he knows what it takes for him to get going, to be able to be productive, or even to walk through. And these guys haven't done any live hitting or anything yet. Yeah. So for him to quit now, man, I give him big respect because he could have dragged this out and really wasted the Raiders' time. And I appreciate him for just, being honest and going out on his sword.
Yeah. And like you said, though, Wasted, you may be on to something. Christian Wilkerson has been practicing all offseason with Aiden O'Connell at parks in Vegas in the area. He's been working side by side with our quarterback. So maybe I just thought with Josh McDaniels moving on, I just thought that the writing was on the wall that Christian Wilkerson's out of here. He's a Patriot guy. The reason why he was there is because of Ziegler and the connection with Josh McDaniels and the Patriots. But maybe, just maybe, he may be a guy that may make this roster now. I thought for sure we were going to let him go. But
bro, it's funny, man, because that goes to show you how different the approach is. These guys aren't coming here and throwing the baby out with the bathwater just because they didn't bring particular guys in here or they're quote unquote McDaniels guys. They're assessing the roster in a real way. They're walking down the hill and they're saying, this guy's good. We can use this guy, this, that. Never mind who brought them in. Never mind who's somebody's guy. Like, and if you look at our defensive line.
Yeah.
Adam Butler is a guy that is a McDaniels guy.
Yeah. Facts.
A McDaniels guy, big time.
Yeah.
John Jenkins, a guy that McDaniels brought here. Mm-hmm. Right. So I mean, he's more of a Patrick Graham guy, but I digress.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
There are a lot of guys on this roster that they didn't just come in and say, that's not my guy. He's got to go.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about these guys.
No, facts. And Graham, I don't know if that's how it works, though, brother. I think that if he retired, we still have the rights to him. So I could be wrong, though. I don't know how the rules apply when you retire, the way Gallup did. But I'm assuming that if he retires, he can't just leave and go to another team. I don't think this is a situation where he got in the building and was like, "Oh, Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Mitchell, this shit ain't gonna work. I'm out." I don't think it's one of them. This ain't an Antonio Brown situation. Like, oh, you know what? Nah, let me get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's that. I think Michael Gallup is a very respected player around the league. And I just once again, man, I think the injuries have piled up and. He realized he couldn't go the way he wanted to go.
So at this point, man, and I wanted to talk about this. There are a lot of free agents that are available in other positions, right?
Yeah.
And the Raiders, have routinely been ranked in the basement in positional groupings. And, the drive-by media doesn't really know this team the way we do, right? But I do think that this roster is in desperate need of a little veteran leadership.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about, the Devontae, they have a lot of vets that can lead. But I think there's some guys in certain positional groups that are still out there and still available that can add a lot of value to this team. Yeah. Do you see the Raiders making any moves, man?
Well, we have one roster spot available now. You know what I mean? And I think this is God saying, hey, man, go get Stefon Gilmore and stop playing with the game.
Stop it.
Go get a guy that played in 17 games last year at 32 years old. A guy that is still playing at a high level, not a high level like you once did, but a guy that is still a starter at the NFL level. I mean, me personally, man, if you're going to fill that roster spot, keep Tulu Griffin, keep one of these young guys, group like build them up. Go get a guy like Stefon Gilmore. I don't think I still trust Devontae, right? Durable. Jacoby, durable. Up to this point, Trey Tucker's been durable. I mean, I know it's only year 2, but God forbid anything happens with him. We got some durable guys up to this point. Brock is he's a guy that is bruh. He takes some hits, but he's ready for it. Michael Mayer, ready for it. Go get that corner. Go get that corner, man. Like real talk. Go get Gilmore. Go get Gilmore. I would do that right now.
So I mean, look, man, when you look at Stefon Gilmore, man, he's a guy who has been durable as of late, but was a guy who was routinely injury prone, and he's getting older, right? Mm-hmm. And when you look at the odds to him getting injured, they have it at 82.9% to miss at least two.
Gilmore?
Yeah. Like just to miss a few quarters, not to be out for the season, right? So when you talk about Stefon Gilmore's injury history, right? 2013, he had a hand and wrist fracture. Mm-hmm. 2014, he had a hip tear. Mm-hmm. 2014, groin pull, grade 1.
Typical corner shit, though. Wasted typical corner shit.
Yeah, but just like as you go down, like concussions, labrum tear, concussion, grade 2, knee strain, quad tear, finger dislocation. Shoulder dislocation. So it's when you look at his injury history, it's all mostly on one side of his body. It's mostly on the left side of his body, right? He has the shoulder injury, all of these lower extremity injuries, the broken finger, and then a lot of head trauma, right? So the thing is with Stefon Gilmore is saying to himself, I'm worth a lot. I played well, I want a certain pay, right? And with the Raiders, I would bring him in, but you got to bring him in with a trap door in the contract because it's almost a certainty that a guy that old is going to miss some time.
I mean, but is it? I mean, bro, last year he played in 17 games.
That was last year, and the year before that he did very well.
What have you done for me lately? Business wasted. And last year he played in 17 games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking at 2014. Like, if we do that with a lot of these guys, it's like a lot of these dudes are in the league playing at a high level now. If you would have gave up on them years ago, you would have never seen what they're doing now.
Yeah, and it's not about giving up on him, and I do think he should be brought in. But like I just said, you have to make sure that the contract makes sense so that he comes in like how we did with Marcus Peters. It was very, very easy to cut bait with him. Very, very easy to cut bait with him, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I meant about
on that, bro. I'm gonna tell you now, man. He sold me a dream at the Cigar Lounge in Vegas, bro. He said, Graf, I want to be a Raider. We're talking to him. I'm telling you now. And then boom, nasty work.
Look, that was that Northern Cali, bro. I respect it. That's that Northern Cali, bias.
Yes.
I respect it, bro.
I was just waiting for this. I just wanted to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I've seen him do it with other teams. It's strange how karma works, right? He used to kill us when he was on other teams.
Chiefs, Rams.
Yeah. And then he came here and he killed us on our team.
Yeah.
So
I the pick 6 against Detroit. It was nasty work. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Salute to Axe Graf Wasted. Can we use Gallup's money on another player or not? It was only what, $2 million? Was it $2-3 million?
His contract was nothing. I'm gonna pull that up right now.
Yeah, do that while we do this. But I mean, at the end of the day, he retired. So I'm assuming that money gets back allocated to what we got going on. And I think we roughly have what, $44 million right now?
We have $34 million right now.
I thought we have 44.
Got $34 million.
Oh, I thought it was 10 more. But it is what it is. Greg, we're not going to go get Ayuk, brother. We're not, and the Niners are not going to trade him. The young pup from Florida is on the pup list right now. I think he's dealing with a hamstring issue. That was essentially his replacement once they moved on from Brandon Ayuk after going all in this year. So I don't see them even moving on from this guy, knowing that their replacement is already dealing with an injury. So, I mean, and at the end of the day, I know the Ayuk and I know the AP connection. That's not going to happen, man. We can quit talking about that.
But I mean, Michael Gallup's contract was really de minimis, man. You know, it was like
it was
$1 million. The dead money, if he were to be cut, was like, right here it's $297,000. Michael Gallup, the money that he, by him retiring, that gets you a half-eaten sandwich and a grape CNC soda. So
Cincinnati's doing the same thing the Niners are doing with Brandon Ayuk. They're going all in this year. Burrow's healthy, Jamar's healthy. They're keeping Higgins on that franchise tag this upcoming year to try and go all in and win a championship. They won a Super Bowl a few years ago. They fell short to the Rams. They're not going to allow T. Higgins to move. They're not going to trade him. They're not going to do anything. They're going all in. Now, if they shit the bed by the trade deadline, I can definitely see them moving on from T. Higgins, but that's not an option for us at all.
Yeah, not at all. And that's a team that's trying to make a Super Bowl run.
Yeah,
they're in a whole totally different, and we are too. But I think they've located the quarterback, so it's a little easier for them to kind of point towards the Super Bowl.
Yeah, salute the two stock. I think the wide receiver room will be Adams, Kobe, Tucker, Wilkerson, Guyton, and Tulu Griffin. All right, I'm out. Salute. And you may be right. But realistically, if we go get another wide receiver, it needs to be a speedster. And there's no real speedsters out there right now. Do you see the Chiefs, man? They're going to have Kadarius Toney working out at running back. Did you see that?
Hey, man, yeah. I mean, hell, he can't catch worth of shit.
I know, right?
The thing is, if you hand him the football, Kadarius Toney turn into Barry Sanders. They said that if there was ever a time where the NFL had a game of tag, that Kadarius Toney will win.
Yeah,
he's that shifty and that elusive.
He is.
You know what I mean?
Watching Florida, he was fucking insane.
Yeah, bro. Look, hey man, that's Andy Reid being the genius he is.
Jason, I agree. I wish we drafted Malachi Corley. I'm hearing that he is already like doing crazy things out there with the Jets right now. I can only imagine what he's going to look like with Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers if healthy. Malachi Corley is one of them ones. I definitely wish that we would have went and got a receiver early on, but it is what it is. I mean, look, you guys, we lost Michael Gallup. Like, we're not going to act as though we lost Devontae Adams. We can't even act as though we lost Jacoby, Trey Tucker.
You can't even act as though we lost a sock. This guy's a guy that probably wouldn't have made the team any goddamn way, man. This is much to do about nothing, man. And I don't mean to disrespect Michael Gallup, but this is a guy that you were wishing on a wing and a prayer that he can stay upright.
Yeah.
Just like if we're talking Michael Gallup 2019, it's a whole nother ball of wax. This is a guy that has not been able to stay healthy, at all and play to a subsistent level. So yeah, look, I looked at every time we had those shows, we talked about who might not make it, what veteran.
You always said Michael Gallup. And what's funny was I was the one like, nah, he can return to that form. And it didn't happen.
You know what?
You, sir, are right.
What? You actually said I was right. Oh my.
But you see how that works? I'll give you your flowers. You never.
Oh, applaud me, everybody. Applaud me. Thank you.
Sam Jr., he said a Fifi.
Wow. Somebody been in the youth house.
A Fifi. Salute to Angel. I would. I don't care what anybody says. I know people are like, don't want to rock with Michael Thomas. I would bring in Michael Thomas. I don't give a shit. I would do it. It would just be hilarious to see him and Devontae in the same wide receiver room. That would be like insane. And to be real with you, if there's anybody that can put their arm around Michael Thomas, even though they're damn near the same age, I think they are the same age.
Yeah, they are.
Hey, look, man, let's buy into what we got going on. I think it would be Tay being able to get Michael Thomas to say, you know what, what's up? But you never know with him. You know what I mean? We've seen him throw teammates under the bus. You know what I mean? And rightfully so, though. I like Michael Thomas, bro. Like, I know that people are supposed to keep shit in-house and keep it in the line. I like man, DC did this. What's that? What are we doing? I like that. Like, bro, if it don't look good, it ain't right, call that shit out.
But see, this the thing, though. See, I think there's a certain level certain level of play that Michael Thomas expected.
Mr. Wasted Talent just burped on the live.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. A little indigestion, drinking some ginger ale.
Indigestion, heartburn, diarrhea.
God, that's you with the diarrhea. That's definitely you with the diarrhea.
Great Buddha, baby.
Crab got mud butt. Yo, yo. Yo.
And you got the Chappelle shirt on, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit is hilarious, man.
But nah, in all seriousness, right? I think Michael Gallup was on some shit like, yo, well, listen, you supposed to be this Pro Bowl quarterback and you a bum, right? And he played with Drew Brees. He know what it looked like. I don't think Michael Gallup.
Michael Thomas, not Gallup.
Thomas Gallup, potato. I'm old. This is the thing, right? We need some more speed, but I don't think Michael Thomas is going to come to Las Vegas after he's been twisted in the wind, does not have a bunch of suitors, and come here and be a diva. With the Devontae Adams in that locker room.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I see him coming here, humbling himself, going out there and catching that damn football. That's what I see. And I have no problem with bringing a possession kind of receiver for a quarterback that has not proven to be like and I'm not saying Aiden's not accurate, but he's not that star level Aaron Rodgers kind of guy where he could put the ball on a dime. He's still learning. So it's good to have a receiver that can erase some of your mistakes just based off of putting the football in his area.
The slant god, bro. Like, you know that Michael Thomas is coming down with the football. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, he's had some, foot injuries, ankle injuries, all that good stuff. But he may be healthy right now. I think we may have to look into that, man. And it won't cost us a lot of money right now. I don't know who else out there do you think would even take a flyer on Michael Thomas at this point?
So somebody with a catastrophic injury at wide receiver, I think he'll be twisting in the wind too long into the season, right? I mean, look, man, there's only one answer here. There's only one man that could save us. His name's Antonio Brown.
Bring him in, man.
Antonio Clown himself, man.
Hey, man. Hey, we can right them wrongs.
AB, bring him in.
I can see him coming through in a parachute down to the headquarters. You know what I mean?
Oh man, you're giving me PTSD graphic. Something, man. The guy had his feet burnt. He came in on a balloon. He banged Brady's wife. I don't think he'll ever get in here, man. I'll be honest with you, man. Yeah, I forgot. Brady's buying into the Raiders, man. I don't think you'll ever see Antonio Clown with the Raiders, man.
Hey, Gru, you know who I wish we would have got? My guy. Who was my guy last year, Gru, in the draft?
I mean, there's a lot of people. You know,
Tank Dell.
Yeah, Tank Dell. You had Felix Jones Jr. You had
what?
I mean, Grab. We always have one of your guys.
Felix Jones Jr.
I said Felix Jones, or whatever.
Oh, the Tennessee kid.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. I mean, let's think about this. You got the kid who went down to the Titans. You loved him.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I definitely did.
I mean, Graf, you love everybody, man.
Yeah, I'm a receiver guy. You know what I mean? I definitely love, Treylon Burke, out of Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, what's he doing now, man?
Looks like he's special teams guy at this point.
That's right. Looks like they're going to make him a linebacker, man. No, and guys, listen, I want to say allegedly about him banging. I don't think he banged Brady's wife, man. He might have tried to. Man, this is a joke, man. Hey, man. Hey, you guys have a great day, man. Graf, let me tell you something, man. Love that shirt, man. Looks like a baked potato. Have a good night, man. Hey, so listen. Oh my God! You said Doc's favorite wide receiver is Randy Moss. No, it is not. It is Tim Brown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Randy Moss.
All we need is Brock Bowers. Robert, this is Factory Outlet. Graf and my articulate brother Wasted. Salute.
The Kevin Nash.
The Kevin
is back.
Yes.
He's
hey,
back.
No, I don't think he is. James Washington a free agent? I didn't see him on this list.
No, I didn't either. I and I looked on two different places. I didn't see it. Somebody must have picked him up, man.
I was a big fan of James Washington in college. It never really worked out at the NFL level, but that was a guy, man, that I liked a lot at the collegiate level. But if he was out there, I would definitely bring him in. He said, "Where's T Billy at?" Q. No, we're not doing that again.
T Billy bum ass. Oh my God, yo, is he still in the league, bro?
Yeah, I think T Billy out there.
T Billy, man, that's a former Telesco guy right there too.
Oh, so Washington isn't free. Why is he not on this list? I would love to bring. He's still young. I mean, he's not a speedster. He's not a guy that's gonna, pick apart a defense with his speed. He's not gonna take the top off of a defense. But I would definitely take a look at him. The Raider says, bring in Darren Waller next year.
Yeah. Hey, bro. Do you think? I mean, do you think Waller got any more snaps left in him?
Snaps?
And you know what I mean. Does he have any more football left in him?
I think that if he had an opportunity to come back, he would only play for the Raiders. I think that. I do. But I don't think that it's going to happen. I think that he's cool where he's at right now. But that would be shit. Hey, to be honest, he was a wide receiver at Georgia Tech. You know what I mean? Converted to tight end at the NFL level with Baltimore. So, you know what I mean? But he ain't coming back, man. Do you think
he's gotten over his turf toe? Big Zoom.
Nah, man. Hey, Ray, it's funny that you said that though, man, because I couldn't even imagine if Waller was on this roster and he was healthy, that all nasty. Him, Brock, and Mayer, and oh my God, it'd be nasty, man. Salute to my brother Hug in the building, the my father himself. I literally can't wait for football to begin. Thirsty for some success on this team and for other fans and teams to shut the fuck up. All these fools are scared, and being quiet would be a dream. Salute to our brother Hug. This is the thing that I hate, though, you guys, right? I love that Gallup did it at this point early on, but like at the like it would be the first day wasted the veterans report, and we lose a receiver. Like that. Yeah. That's the Raider way. It's like we cannot have. I thought we did that live earlier, and it was going to be like, okay, cool. We got to figure out when we can craft another show together and figure this out. And then, boom, the Raider gods.
Bro, it was crazy. I mean, Michael Gallup went full Magic Johnson. They said, y'all ready for Kim? He said, I ain't going to be here.
Yo.
Full Magic Johnson, bro.
Stupid, man. Salute to Joe. Congrats to Gallup on the retirement. This is facts, man. But you know what? I'm going to start my Tulu Griffin agenda. Also, wasted make Gruden pay rent, bruh. Salute to Joe.
Because he only pays rent in my head.
Salute to Spivey as well, man. Gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network membership. Salute, man. If you guys want to become members of both of our channels, hit the links that's pinned up top, man. It's definitely appreciated. It definitely helps us keep the lights on over here at Shieldmore, man. Salute to Spivey. My guy. Let me see, man. Yeah, Spivey's definitely one of the goats out here, man. Factory. Here goes Wastes right here. If you guys want to become a member as well of Wastes, man, hit that button, man. It definitely helps. It definitely helps, man. Let me see. He said that means Gallup got outplayed. Well, bro, they haven't even played yet.
Yeah, no, that means Gallup woke up and was like, oh, man, I can't move. I can't run. I can't do this. I can't do that.
Yeah.
A lot of times, man, these guys spent their life making money with their body. They know their bodies, man. They know what they have left, and they don't want to embarrass themselves. And I much respect to Michael Gallup, man. Real rap.
Yeah, I love it, man. And he respected us enough to leave early on. You know what I mean? Like, we could have got up to week 1, and he's like, I'm out.
Yeah. And then that money might look a little, and when the money's not big anyway, man. I mean, it's the same way Shadow Fox retired from the YouTube streets. It's the same way, man. Shout out to him.
Michael Gallup is the new Shadow Fox?
That's right. That is right.
Oh, Michael Shadow Fox Gallup.
Yo, I think it's time for another Key Lime Cole sighting. Key Lime Cole, baby. Like your life depended on it. No, but in all seriousness.
Yes, more membership perks are coming, brother. I promise you. During the season, we're going to do a bunch of members-only shows. We're going to bring on players and do some exclusive content. Me and Wasted have already been behind the scenes crafting a bunch of members-only stuff. So, yes, we definitely have a bunch of perks coming in terms of members only. I know
I'm gonna rock my members only jacket during a live.
Nasty. I love it. I
gotta find one because I know they haven't made those since.
Bro, you are 69 years old. You have 30 of them in your closet. This is facts.
This guy, man.
This is facts. Yeah. Bro, let's not act as though you wasn't in middle school and high school, bro, with the members.
Bro, so you gonna have me on here dressed like Kango from UTFO? Like, come on, yo.
Hey, Demokes, you know, key lime pie is the way the waster says that man's name. This is facts. Shout out to Shadow Fox Gallup, man. This is Factory Outlet. Factory.
So, guys, let me ask the chat a question. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I want to know how Raider Nation feels about where we need to add as far as from a free agent perspective on this team. Like, what position do you guys think we need to add to? Like, because we look at this roster. You guys look at the roster. You guys watch the show. We've been belaboring this for the last month. Where do you guys think we need to add?
This is the best content. Y'all talk like me and my boys when we talk Raider football, and at the same time clowning on the fuse. Keep it up. Salute the bad face Raider, man. We appreciate that, bro. We appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I mean, it has to be a corner. I see a lot of people. Raider Mike corner, AJ corner, Mike corner, Sarah corner, Sam Jr. a DB and a wide receiver. So I mean, look. At the end of the day, man. There goes the end of the day. Put the sun. Put them up. Put those emojis in the chat. Put those sunrise emojis. But but it has to be a corner. And I do believe that we may bring in another veteran wide receiver, but I do believe also that they're going to give Tulu and these other young kids a chance to make this roster. I do. Like, Tulu is a guy, man. If you go back, you know what we need to do? I need to reach out to East Coast. Maybe we could do some film breakdown on Tulu Griffin because he was a dynamic weapon at the collegiate level, bro. He was. You know what I mean? But, I mean, there's some deficiencies. The measurables, it's kind of scary. He's a smaller dude. You know what I mean?
I can see East Coast Grid. I'll bring him. Now, see, Tulu, this is a clean route right here. Look at the way he gets in out of that route. Oh, wait, that's a shit route right there. Hold on. Let's rewind it. I can see him. I can see him doing that, bro. Yeah. I can see it. Listen, I want to be there for that so I can derail that show too.
I mean, but he's 5'10", 180 soaking wet. Like, you know what I mean? So he's on the smaller side of things in terms of wide receivers, man. So I don't know, man. Salute to Spivey. Back up O-line just in case. I ain't worried. I think we're pretty deep at the O-line position.
I mean, listen, today there's been a turn of events, man. JPJ going on the pup, right? Bang, freaking Zoom, East Coast. Like, the line is not really solidified like that, bro. If Colt Miller and JPJ start out on a pup, I'm in total agreement with Spivey. In total agreement, man. Colton Miller, man, that situation is worrying me because he is our best lineman by far. Demokes, what the F are you doing? You are about to get unceremoniously blocked. The F is wrong with you, Demokes?
Bro, hey, he said that he gave me the meth mouth. You see that? I said,
yeah, man, what the F is wrong with you, Demokes?
It's nasty work out here in these streets.
Demokes, listen, man, there's no MVP. Listen, if you're talking about MVP, talk about most valuable player. Not most visible penis. Don't put that up in the chat. What the F is wrong with you, Demokes? The F out of here with that.
Yo, salute to Raider Houston, my guys in the building. Yes, he said Demokes is wild at Sunrise Woody. Yo,
He said, Aunt your mama, that is the best name I've heard in about 2 months. It really is. It's awesome. Shout out to you.
Yeah, but realistically, we don't need a slot receiver. Like, if you bring Hunter back, you're taking reps away from Trey Tucker. You're taking reps away from Brock Bowers. Like, we don't really need Hunter Renfrow. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
look, man, you can never do bad having good players, right? But it depends on what Hunter Renfrow you're getting. If you can get Hunter Renfrow circa, 2 years ago.
Oh, I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so the thing is, listen, maybe this might be an interesting case study in the futility of Josh McDaniels and his offense. Maybe what we saw from Hunter Renfrow was clearly a symptom of playing for Josh McDaniels' inept ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is a guy's all Raider, 100% Raider. The fan base loves him.
Definitely.
He's definitely a guy who would be a great Band-Aid for Aiden O'Connell. Only thing about Hunter Renfrow that really worries me is the fact that he's been having trouble holding on to the football. And, we're not the one thing that the Raiders need to really focus on is the fundamentals and holding on to the football and not turning the ball over. Because listen, you got a young quarterback. We don't know how explosive we're going to be on offense. We can't be giving the football to other people. So Hunter Renfrow being a turnover machine has been bad, and that's something that we've highlighted. Even when he was at his best, he was a turnover machine. So even though I talked myself into it, I'm now currently talking myself out of bringing Hunter Renfrow in. I don't know what the hell is going on right now.
Realistically, I think Christian Wilkerson makes this roster at this point. I think that he's going to be one of the guys that Aiden's going to go to bat for. I work with him. I'm building a rapport with him. Bring him back. You know what I mean? I think that that's going to be what it is. And at this point, it's funny when you hear Christian Wilkerson or Michael Gallup, like you think, what the hell, there's a total difference. But in 2024, there ain't. Like real talk, like Gallup is not the same version that he once was, years ago. So, it's all about building that rapport. I don't know what Hunter would look like in the grand scheme of things of what we're doing. Once again, he doesn't really provide any versatility. Like you said, he's fumbled the football a lot. I don't know what he would look like in Getsy's scheme, but I don't know. We shall see. Salute the Brave Raider, man. Our brother Rick is in the building as well. Salute to you guys. Wipe them feet, man. Pay your bar tabs if you haven't yet, and hit that subscribe button. Breaking news: Michael Gallup has officially retired at 28 years old. And also, you guys, a shit ton of players have hit the PUP list. Darian Butler, Jake Johanning, Jackson Powers-Johnson, wide receiver Jalen Guyton, and starting left tackle Colton Miller are starting off training camp on the physically unable to perform list. Once again, you guys, we don't need to freak out right now. These guys can be activated at any time. But the problem is, once you do that, you can't put them back on it.
Yeah, you can't. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
No, so
you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Shout out to the Pearl Milling edits too. Shout out to that.
What happened?
Pearl Milling. He said Aunt Your Mama edits. Pearl Milling Company now. Listen, Aunt Your Mama was unceremoniously blocked.
Blizzard.
That's right. I don't know what the F's going on right now, man.
No, but I think that they're playing it safe with some of these guys. You know what I mean? Making sure that they're ready to go. When the pads are on and all that good stuff.
But see, bro, like we talked about earlier today, there's a lot of people who are kind of upset that we're not going to do the scrimmages versus other teams. I'm very hopeful and happy that they're not doing that, man. And we said this previously before, man. But to harken back to that, I don't really know if it has the same gravitas as it did previous. And a lot of times in preseason, when they do these games and stuff like that, you don't want to give up too much of your scheme. You really don't, man. I mean, I think really when you watch those games, those inter-squad scrimmages, it's really a whole lot of fighting and bullshit.
Yeah.
It's really like, I think, the Raiders are going to be able to evaluate this roster in real time, with preseason, because I think they're going to allow these guys to play a full quarter too. You know what I mean? And that's, to me, that is the way that your team is battle tested and ready to go. And you got to pray you get out of there healthy. So, I don't know, man.
I mean, realistically, man, this offense is playing against one of the best defenses in the league in practice already. I mean, do we really need a scrimmage against another team at the end of the, I mean, like this offense is going to learn a lot. They're going to grow a lot playing against the likes of Max Crosby and Wilkins and all those guys on the defensive line. And then the Jack Joneses of the world, like they're already going to learn real quick what it is to play against one of the best defenses in the NFL. So I don't realistically think that we have to face the Rams or the Cowboys or one of these guys. For what? There's no reason for it. You know what I mean? Like there's so much talent on both sides of the ball, especially the defense. I think that the offense is already going to, benefit so much by just practicing against them, day in and day out. So,
right.
And like you said, bro, you're definitely right. Going out there facing another team, that's when shit happens. Just what is it? Scrums.
Yeah.
And all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, hold on, bro. I'm the GOAT still.
Shadow Fox is back.
No. I feel like this isn't the real one. I feel like somebody's trolling right now, and I don't like that. Shadow Fox, that's not the same energy that Shadow Fox used to bring. Hey, no, we need more proof, King. We need more proof. This is a knockoff Shadow Fox.
Bro, don't tell me you gave me a great value brand Shadow Box.
This is the Walmart.
Where's the great and powerful shit? The F out of here.
Yeah, nah. Hey, Shadow Fox, the last time we got into it, what was it about?
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I don't remember either. I'm just trying to see if you remember. I'm trying to see if you remember. You know what I'm saying? What did we get into it last time about Shadow Fox? I need to know. Because I remember, I don't remember, but remind us.
You know, I need to go to my list.
Yo, bro, this is a crazy name, bro. Honey Pack Jack.
Let me see something.
Dog, what are we doing today? Yo, the chat has been mad horny.
Yo, what the F is going on right now?
Bro, all day.
The most with his eggplant fest, and now you got Honey Pack Jack in here.
Honey Pack Jack. Yo, y'all the best podcast for the silver and black. Honey Pack Jack.
Honey Pack Jack says we the best podcast.
Hey, you know what's funny? Honey Pack is a Crip.
Yeah.
The way he spells it. So to see a gang member. We have a Crip that God damn,
bro. What the F is going on?
Honey Pack Jack, baby. What's up, guys?
Bro, my opinion is wilding right now. Yo, bro, what are we gonna do about this black hole hoe? I don't know. Is that a blockable offense? Are you gonna get unceremoniously blocked?
We're gonna let Black Hole live. We're gonna let him.
You might get unceremoniously blocked. Yo, wait a minute.
Fox. This is how you know it's not the real.
No, it's not the real Shadow Fox. Get the F out of here, bootleg.
Step your troll game up, Fox Shadow.
F out of here. Ain't no damn. The F out of here with that. We want the real Shadow Fox back. This is like a Michael Jackson impersonator. I feel robbed and cheated.
Yeah, this is the shine of Biggie's. This is the Gorilla Black of hip hop. Yeah,
the Gorilla Black of Shadow Foxes.
This is the Gorilla Black of Shadow Foxes. Yo, it's nasty work.
Yo, this is
it's nasty work.
Yo, this is the Harold Miner of Jordan's.
Facts, the USC GOAT. Salute, man. I do like that Tulu kid. He is a UDFA. Facts. And I think that they're going to give him every chance under the sun to make this roster, man. You know, add some speed. What was his 40? Do you remember what his 40 was?
No, I can't remember. It's very late on the East Coast, but what I do know is I am disappointed.
4.43. 4.43.
Listen, man, never mind the football talk. We have a bootleg Shadow Fox amongst us. He should come to the front of the congregation. I am not going to stand for the Shadow Fox slander. He is a GOAT in Raider YouTube, and he has been impersonated. What the F is going on here, man? Shadow Fox, if you're out there, Wasted Talent needs you to come to the front of the congregation and take your rightful place on the block list.
That shit ain't leather, Caleb.
No, not at all.
It's not. It's not leather at all.
Was that Margot Robbie?
We don't. Yeah. We don't know anything about John Gruden. We know about we got non-Gruden over here. We don't know anything about a John Gruden. We got non-Gruden. Yes, Billy. I think I like Wu, but it's a long journey for him to make this roster. Let's just say that.
I love his name though.
Oh man, come on, man, Governor Wu.
The Governor Wu. You imagine if he'd have been in the Wu-Tang Clan?
The 10th member.
We got the Wu Governor. Expect the deck.
Shadow Fox walk up to the podium. This is Factory Outlet.
Right, D. Bernie.
Shadow Fox Gok. Yeah, we got it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No. Hey, look, no one compares to the real GOAT, Shadow Fox.
Yeah, you might be getting unceremoniously blocked.
Yeah.
Get the F out of here.
You can't. Don't try to portray a GOAT. Man. There's only one. Salute to DeMarcus. I seen that, and I think they put Bradley Chubb on the PUP list, and I believe they put Jay Phillips on the PUP list as well. So they needed to add an additional edge rusher out there in Miami. He's already familiar with what they got going on out there. So salute to Emmanuel Agba. He didn't have to relocate or anything. Went back out to Miami on a nice little team-friendly deal. I respect it. Fans, yell the year you first became a Raider. If Wasted did that
F up grab, you act like you're not 40 years old. You go back pretty far too, my brother. You go back pretty far too. And it's funny, man. The middle of this season, man, you know what's going to wind up happening to you? Because, you've been aging like milk the last few years. By the middle of the season, you are going to look like a stewed prune. I'm telling you right now, man. Especially in the bad season.
You know what, bro? You're right. Right. Like, and I hate you for that because you're definitely, because I feel it. It's coming on. I'm telling you right now. I will look like 90 by week 8.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro. You're gonna look like George Carlin by the end of the season, man.
We're really gonna be looking like life in the Yankees in Yankee Stadium.
Oh my God. Boy's an ass sniffer. That's how they get everything in here. The ass sniffer.
Low, yes. K Miller is on the PUP list. Not good. Look, they're just not trying to rush him out there. You know what I mean? He has surgery on his shoulder, you know.
Bro, I don't know, Graf. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. This Colt Miller thing has not looked good since last season. So for real, man, it hasn't looked good since last season.
Yeah.
It should be done already. The fact that, you know, he's on a PUP list now is very, very concerning to me.
The thing that scares me is I think that Luke and James Craig and those guys will end up putting Andres Pete at left tackle and keeping Mumford on the right side. And then Aiden will probably die a miserable death because of it.
Man, you gotta put the big Mumford on left tackle, man. He played well last year. You got to, man.
Yeah, and then at that point, I don't know if it's Dalton Wagner or Glaze on the right side, but that's spooky, man. It's definitely spooky.
The Glazinator.
Get a few questions in, y'all, before we get out of here.
Yeah, I'm dying a miserable death here. I'm up here burping.
Me too. We're old, bro. My heart.
I'm burping. You know, I'm really, really, really old. I'm starting to feel it now. You know what I mean? I feel like how the old man feels in Snoop Dogg's video. I don't want to go to Gertrude's house any damn way.
Yeah, I'm over here sweating under this baked potato of a t-shirt. You know what I mean? It's nasty work out here.
Not the baked potato. Come on, bro.
It's
a dope shirt, though, bro.
Lizzie Gobbler. DeMokes is mad horny today. Let me see. I disagree. They're going to put him up. I think so, though, Rebel. I'm not saying that they want it. I'm just saying I'm afraid that they would put the veteran at left tackle. I wouldn't do that at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I would put Mumford there, and then, you know, whatever you got to do on the right side, whether it's Wagner, Glaze, or one of those veterans, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But I think we can all agree. We've talked about this since the offseason that if something happened with Colton, they're going to put Mumford at left tackle.
Yeah, that's where he plays the best. It just makes sense. And then maybe you might have an heir apparent because the way he played last year at left, he played terrific at left tackle as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, facts. Let me see. Wasted and damn, we ain't seen the tribal chief in the building in a while.
Oh, you were acknowledged.
Salute. Other than that, y'all, man, we had some fun with y'all live. Quick little hour. Once again, you guys, Michael Gallup has officially retired at the age of 28. It looks as though couldn't really overcome those injuries that he sustained a few years back. Looks like Guyton was placed on the PUP list. It looks like Colton Miller, our starting left tackle, was placed on the PUP list. Yeah, man, Darian Butler, a few others.
Darren Butler, man, that's a big one too. Darren Butler did really well on special teams as well.
Yeah, I thought he would be a nice special teams player. But everybody always, you know, he's undersized and so on and so forth. I wanted to see him get a few reps at linebacker in preseason, though, man. Like, I love the kid's tape at Arizona State. I thought that he balled, bro. Like, I thought he was an under-the-radar, undersized guy that went into his UDFA because of the measurables.
Curtis Bolton is another guy I miss. It's a guy I miss. I like Curtis Bolton, man. Is he still on the roster?
No, where's Bolton at now?
I don't know, man. He's not on the roster. I liked Curtis Bolton, man.
Let me see. I'm going to see where he is because he was a free agent, I believe, right? He is with – oh, he's a free agent.
Curtis Bolton. Like your life depended on him. Bring him on back, baby.
Right now. So there you have it. But other than that, y'all, we will be back. Camp tomorrow. It's going to be a lot going on this week. Wasted has a solo show that he got in the works. So he'll probably be live either tomorrow or the following day. Yes, so if you guys are not subscribed to Wasted Talent yet, Raider Nation Unlimited, go over there and subscribe to our brother.
What the F are you waiting for, everybody? What the F is going on?
Real. I'll have a coffee and convo. Also, Tommy Eichenberg, Thursday. Me, Big Mike, East Coast Gridiron. We're going to break that tape down. And also, the following week, the video is already up, you guys. We will be breaking down MJ Devonshire and Decameron Richardson's tape. So stay tuned for that as well. I see my brother East Coast. If y'all not subscribed to him yet, make sure you guys subscribe. But other than that, man, we wanted to just come over here and talk a little bit. I was at my son's football practice when the news broke, and I couldn't really give my take on it, man. I just kind of did a quick little video. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, as always, y'all, we love you. We appreciate you guys. We will see you very, very soon. One.
That's what I'm talking about.